Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Folks, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Yesterday, I threw down some polls and I said, which coins do you want me to cover? VeChain and Cardano were the most in-demand coins that you guys wanted me to go over. So let's take a peek at Cardano, which racked up about 200 votes. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and thank you all for participating in these polls. This is a really fun way to get your coin seen on this channel. Before we get into everything, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. This is where I'm dropping news, charts, upcoming videos, and live streams, things that I find interesting. So hit me up if you are on Twitter. I totally appreciate it. We do have the Jordan Mack Nervous Network interview complete, and that is going to be scheduled at a later date this week for consumption. So with that said, a big shout out to Jordan. Now, I want to just we haven't really looked at the Cardano charts for the most part in a while on this channel, other than in the live streams, things like that. And one thing that is nice right now is on a weekly chart for TradingView, we finally have this 200 moving average, which is visible, I guess, dating back to 920. But this is huge. And here's what I like and what I don't like about Cardano right now, is that we really haven't come down to bounce off this 50 moving average quite yet. And this may be, I guess, in the works over the next few weeks. Remember, we are looking at a weekly chart here. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Right now, this 50 moving average, this 200 moving average, price action are so far apart that I'm just I'm not getting the best vibes about this just by looking at, for example, this conversion line. It's starting to arc downwards. And this is not something that we typically want to see. When we see this conversion line arc down towards the blue baseline, you can see that price action tends to suffer. And it is what it is. But I'm not trying to be bearish. I'm not trying to get you to FOMO into any of these videos or anything like that. This could go either way. So we have a green spinning top. We have the weekly candle close in 3 hours and 40 minutes. We're sitting comfortably above the cloud. I could easily see this thing gearing up for another run to the upside as well. Let's really look at this, though, on a daily chart. And you can really see how price action is squeezing in between this 50 and 200. On the daily chart, we are seeing the conversion line up and over this baseline. So this is a very nice bullish sign, and that's definitely something I look for and something that I like to see. Now, if we can really get some positive price action to build up, I do think that we have a chance of cutting through this cloud somewhere in the November 17th, 18th, 19th time frame. This would be the route we would want price action to really travel through. Otherwise, the next best option is to postpone and attempt a pass-through on the Ichimoku cloud somewhere later in the month of November, early December would be an easy pass-through. Currently, Cardano is squeezing into an ascending triangle, and we can definitely see this because if we go ahead and just draw up some trend lines, it is quite evident that price action is squeezing right into this $2 level, which we are trading at right now. So we've had some great support at this 200 moving average. RSI is way oversold. I mean, not way oversold, but it's in the oversold territory, 44, 45, somewhere in there. So that's a great point to really lift off and take off again. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about when we come to passing through the cloud. typically it's very difficult. You can see price action really tried to pass through this cloud here. And it's really a difficult thing for price action to pass through thicker parts of the Ichimoku cloud. Tried all through here. It tried right through here. And it failed. Failed miserably. But now that we have this cloud thinning, it is going to act as a nice little passageway for price action. You can kind of almost see the same exact pattern playing out. We can see that price action came down. We bounced off the 200, squeezed in between this 50 and 200 moving average, and then really passed right through this weak part of the Ichimoku cloud. And you can definitely see how this red conversion line came up over the blue baseline. This is exactly what we're seeing right now. So I do think that over the next few days, there is a great chance that Cardano could start its next ascent. And so if we go ahead and start playing around with Elliott Wave theory, things like that, we can look at previous runs. And let's just go ahead and just kind of map this out here. And you could maybe argue that this is 0.3 and this is 0.5 here, or we could argue that this is 0.3 and that this is 0.5. But what I'm really kind of thinking is going on here is that, this up in here was 0.3 and this was 0.5. And I'm just curious to see what Fibonacci extension. So the last time Cardano ran, it ran hard. Okay, so we don't even get an extension up to this level by measuring off this first hump. So if this is the case, we might have seen an ABCDE correction that happened afterwards. And this is very evident. So I do think that when we're talking Elliott Wave theory to the previous run-up, that this could have possibly been 5. And this really kind of interests me, that the possibility of this being 0.1 and running up kind of like this might be in order. So let's just go ahead and play hypothetical trading here. So with that said, I really want to look at this last run up. When did this start? It started right about here. So right about $1.38. Then we ran up to $3. And now I am suspecting that 0.2 will be right here. Now the rules of Elliott Wave theory, folks, are that this 0.2 can never come down lower than 0.0. Same with 0.4, can never come down below 0.2. And we can never have like 0.3 come down lower than 0.1. We can never have 0.5 come down lower than 0.3. 0.2 to 3 though have to be long. 0.2 to 3 can never be the shortest distance. So this is what I like to do, is kind of compare from 0.0 to 1. Let's just draw up a little flagpole here. And this will automatically adjust for prices as I move it across this logarithmic scale chart. So we might expect Cardano to come back up to around a minimum of $3.90. So with that said, I want to throw up some extensions to really see where some sweet spots are. And so this is why I love TA, because this 127% level is a very common reversal point. And it's just interesting to see that this price or this flagpole comes right up to it. But I would suspect that maybe 0.3 would come up at least to this $4.50 level, somewhere in there. We might see some sort of a retracement down to the 127, and then we might see 0.5 land somewhere up in this $5.28 region. Now, this isn't financial advice. This is not me trying to get you to FOMO into Cardano. I don't even hold any Cardano, just for full disclosure. I do like the coin a lot, though. So with that said, I think that there might be an opportunity to really play the next two waves here to the upside. And we have to imagine that the market cap for Cardano at $5.28 is going to be very large. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying that it's not worth a large market cap by any means. It might just mean that it might be hard to hold because a lot of people are going to sell off. So that's kind of where we're at with Cardano right now. Let's just take a quick peek on a 1 hour chart. I'm just going to remove everything. And so, you can definitely see where the symmetrical triangle is squeezing price action here. So Cardano might be starting to get ready to make a move within the next few days, would be my guess. 15th, 16th, 17th, we might see this thing fill out some sort of ascending triangle or something like that and then start moving to the upside. This could very well be what's setting up to happen. Obviously, if Bitcoin and everything else starts tanking, we are going to see price drop off. So with that said, this is my take on Cardano. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to smash that like button. Also subscribe. If we get more people requesting Cardano, I can kind of roll this into my average coins that I review on a weekly basis or something like that. So with that said, folks, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Big shout out to all the Patreons. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, it's just $3 a month. Get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name up on this banner. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.